All right, we're back again. It's Friday. It's normal time I'm doing this afternoon, 12 o'clock Eastern Time, 3 p.m. of Pacific Time. But I'm back. Apologies not doing anything last week. Had some stuff going on, so just bypassed the week. But anyway, we're going to dump into another subject for the conversation piece. So let's just talk about it. Let's just bring it out in the open. Now, I know this is one that's kind of touchy. Maybe people don't agree with it, but that's okay because that's just me. And you are just you. So we're going to talk about pay, pay differential, and who deserves better pay. Now, there's a crap load out there of careers, jobs, and I'm just talking middle class people, okay? Everybody else that's making dollars up here, they're okay. People making dollars down here are struggling, but we're in this little mid circle here, okay? I'm talking about our law enforcement, our cops. Now, I know that's one that people want to start doing this about because they are on a hit and miss right now. You got some people that love them, especially those ones that's in trouble, and the ones that they save. Then you got those ones that's a lot of them out there are just really hating on us or on them. Okay. So, and I understand because I don't care what it is. If you're an attorney, you're a doctor, you're a cop, you're a judge, it doesn't matter. There will be good and bad with all of it. Now, majority of it, yeah, good. I'm happy with that. But there are just a lot out there that a lot of people are not happy with. And I understand because you hear what's going on all the time. Now, I say that because I look at the discrepancy. One thing out of our public service, you have mainly the ones that's out front. You never see the sergeants, lieutenants, and captains out front and all them. Who you see out front is the men in blue wearing a badge and uniform. Those are the ones you see on the streets. Those are the ones that can make or break the department. Okay. So now we talk about this, and I say this because look at what they have to deal with. Oh, simple. You want to go home safe every day. Somebody was speeding. Simple tail light out. You just pull over. This person could have had a bad day, got divorced, got in a fight with the family, lost their job. You don't know what you're walking up into. And all of a sudden, they jump out of the car and just start blasting away. These are things that you could face by being an officer of the law. And this happens routinely because officers are killed in the line of duty religiously. Now, how many of them pass away from accidents? Very slim. But most of the time, they are intended to be killed. So that's why I say when they put their life on the line like that, they deserve what they should be getting paid. Now, there's hardly any law enforcement out there, just a regular officer on the field, who's making over $100,000 a year. We can say between 75 to 95, 98, just on their regular job, regular pay. So you think about kids being saved, people drowning. When they get to a fire, guess what? They can probably gonna have to probably run in there. There's so many things out there that they put their lives on the line for. For what? They got to do it because they love it. Because even though they're getting paid a decent wage, they should getting paid more because of what they risk on a daily basis, or not daily basis because they don't work 7 days a week. But you know what I'm saying. So that's my thought. I know people don't like that. Some people just hate on cops and give fuck cops. I'm not giving. They don't deserve shit. They're dirty. They're no good. They're underhanded. Yeah, but sometimes so is the regular public. So are regular citizens, right? So that's why I feel the cops are getting paid. Now, you can talk about that all you want, but that's just me. All right, that's just me. DM. That's just me saying it. The other one, let's get down with this one. Okay. And to talk about cops, A domestic violence. Somebody calls, my boyfriend beat me up, my girlfriend's scratching me, doing this shit to me. Cops pull up on the domestic. And then what happens out of that? They're so angry, they're looking at the cops like it's their fault. So who do they want to kill? So just something to think about. Next one, our teachers. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm doing the Charles Barkley. Let me go backwards. And the reason why I say that is because you have to look at our public servants, all right? Now look at our fire department. Our fire department is probably minimally making about 120 a year, okay? Now, I live in the Flintstone city of Las Vegas. So we are all rock. We're all stucco and there's not a lot of wood and shrubbery and things like that, okay? So with that in mind, think about this. You, uh, the general census is for your residents, there's a fire department within 2 miles. So think about how many fire departments are throughout the city. Okay. So here, major fire, not gonna have them. Haven't had one. Yeah, buildings burn, apartments burn, a house may not completely burn down because it's stucco, but we don't have those major fires like that. Not like somebody that's in has a lot of woods, like California. They're different. Okay, they got a lot to burn. We don't. So now think about what are they doing if they're not fighting fires. A lot of them show up on scene and they render aid because a lot of times they may be the first ones there before the paramedics. So yes, they render aid. So I understand that. And they got medical training. I understand that as well. Okay. But then you think about what they're doing the rest of the time if there's no fires and nothing else that they need to be doing to start going to every school in the goddamn city, talking about the fire department, spending time with the kids, donation, women's shelters, helping them out. So what do I see? When I go work out, there's 5 or 6 fire department personnel in here, firemen working out, getting their workout on. And I'm sitting here going, okay, I understand, stay in shape, work out. But I'm seeing you guys in here quite a bit. And I think you should be out there doing something, making all this damn money when the cops are out there. I don't never see no cops coming in here and work out. Why? Because they have to be patrolling and in their cars all the time. So that's that. Now, going back, teachers. Let's get the teachers more. They are even on a lower level. Minimum the teachers should be making is at least starting at 55. Starting at 55 grand a year. Now, after that, bump them up to getting up into the 85s, 90, I'd say there. Why? Because if you got kids, and who are the kids in the hands with 5 days a week? That teacher. That teacher is having an influence on your child deeply. They're learning, and sometimes not even just more, they're learning just how they live. The teachers are doing that for your kids. They're entrusted you, their safety too. It's not just learning anymore. With everything that's happening with schools, it's a safety factor as well. So when you drop your kids off and you just go out the rest of your day, you know what? Think about those teachers who's making that little bit of pay just because they love their job, but they should be getting more, especially when it starts getting into the high school and the older kids who are in teachers' face. Like when I was a teacher for 2 years and I got to deal with, look, I told you for the last time, stop talking. I'm trying to do some work up here. So what do they do since I'm a sub? They want to keep talking shit. So, hey, grab your stuff, go to the office. Helen, go walk into the office. I don't give a shit anyway. My dad's a lawyer. He'll get me out of this. My dad's a doctor. You don't know who you're dealing with. That's the stuff you got to deal with. And some of them actually accost and get in front of the teachers and start thinking they can whip on teachers. Well, I didn't get to have that because I had a certain persona. that I ejected when I was in the classroom. So you get out of line, I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't give a fuck how old you are. You ain't gonna get on my face and step into space. But they knew that. They understood that. So they respected that. But there are a lot of teachers out there that are not like that. So guess what? Kids are gonna check them because they can tell they're like that. So anyway, pay our teachers more. Professors at the colleges, they ain't tripping. Why? Because they're making a good amount of money. They're making a good pay. But they're doing the same thing. They're teaching our kids, but they're teaching older kids, right? So at that young age, that's when they're so impressionable. And that's when I think they're really, really going to be on the guidelines of going from the right to the wrong. Because we all remember our teachers. We all remember that one teacher, that one that would love the kids, was funny, was an asshole, really made you want to do a certain career or change and do things. There was always that one, right? That's why they're so impressionable. All right. That cop wasn't impressionable. That fireman wasn't impressionable. But guess what? That teacher was. So when you have that, I think that the teachers should be getting a lot more pay. And that's everywhere across the board. Love my teachers. You know what? People want to talk about the cops. But guess what? That person that's got his pants down, sagging and running from bad people, if he comes around a corner and there's a cop right there, you think he's going to run past the cop? He's going to run to the cop because he's being chased by people that's trying to kill him and shoot him. Yeah, guess what? He's going to pull his pants up. Officer, they're trying to kill me. So, see what I'm saying? What I'm saying? Okay. So, that's my thing. And I have to give a shout out. Chuck Norris. Miss you. God bless you. Oh, man. He was an icon. He was part of this guy's career and future. They were good friends, worked together. Um, love him. Gonna miss him. God bless him and his family. And I made a little tribute to him. So if you have IG, check on my IG page, Time with Drew. That'll take you right to the little tribute I made for him. If you have TikTok, go on TikTok, look for it on my TikTok page. It's and underscore action on TikTok and underscore action and on Facebook, which is my book promotion, which is Andrew Arthur. So any of those, you can find my little tribute to Chuck. And God bless him and his family. And thank you all for coming through. We'll come back next week, next Friday, usually between 12 and 3-ish is when I'm trying to jump on here and do my little thing just to share some thoughts with everybody, all right? Until then, if you got a good spot in your heart right here, share it, give it to others, let everybody know, make somebody have a good day by telling them, hey, thank you. I appreciate you. You're awesome. Just little things like that. But if you got something good, give it and share it to somebody. All right. And don't let this noggin get poisoned by all the filth that's out there. Keep strong, keep straight, keep this straight. Watch it. Social media will twist you in a heartbeat. It can be like a drug. You get addicted to it, it'll fuck you up. Okay? But you got to be stronger than that. Not reach out to somebody. Shit, reach out to me. Want to talk about it? Have something going on? Then reach out. But don't want you doing anything out there bad in this world because we got enough of it. Don't just add fuel to the fire. Put water on it. Okay? That's what we want to do. And that guaranteed will make the world a shitload of a better place than the shithole it's in now. Okay? All right. So thanks for coming through. We'll catch you on the next round. So then, much love. We'll see you guys next week. All right? Take care.